Good morning, gang. Happy Sunday morning. Well, here we are. We are in the midst of holiday season here. Christmas is a week away, and we are all getting into whatever sort of festive spirit we can get into. I mean, it's not like we're kids running around going, cool, I'm getting toys in a week or whatever, but I want to give you something here real quick, and it kind of ties to what's going on in the news. But it's about how we as people are slowly losing our identity. Okay. And this ultimately is what we're fighting for. Okay. If you saw in the news in the last couple of days and then overnight too, uh, Denver, another notorious sanctuary city, deep blue, everything like that, is now screaming bloody murder. We can't handle all these immigrants coming in. Yeah, we need help. Somebody else has to help us. Okay. After, screaming, we're a sanctuary city. Anybody can come here, yada, yada, yada. Now they realize it doesn't work. They can't pay for it. Overnight, El Paso, Texas, home of Beto O'Rourke, uh, declared a state of emergency because of the influx of illegals coming across the border. Now, this causes a problem. And I've said many times, it's not that people want to come here and be Americans. It's that people want to come here and suck off the teat of America. Right? This is the difference. And this is where I say it kind of is our attack on individuality. Understand, the globalists want us to completely give up our identities. Okay? They don't want us to have, call ourselves Americans or Canadians or Australians or Germans or Italians. They want us to call ourselves Earthlings. They want us all to think that we are one and the same, which should scare the crap out of everybody right from the beginning, because part of the definition of freedom is the ability to express one's own individuality. Now, I've got no problem with anybody coming here from Honduras, El Salvador, Mexico, Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, Haiti, Ukraine, wherever. Come here legally, assimilate into the United States, and do your best to become an American. However, by no means do I ask anybody to give up their heritage at all, okay? I want you to be a proud Haitian American, okay? Or more accurately, how I call it, an American of Haitian ancestry, okay? I hate this term, African American, European American, Asian American crap. You're an American first. You're of whatever heritage. But even those of us who were born here, okay, I was born here, okay, we have ancestry. And every single one of us, yes, including the Native Americans, have an ancestry that tracks back to a different place, okay? May have to go a little bit further for some people. I mean, my family's been here since the early 1900s, okay? Some of your families have been here since the Revolutionary War. Others of you, your family got here in 2006, okay? It doesn't matter. You're an American of insert country here descent. Keeping the traditions that you have are extremely important. And this is what they're trying to take away from you. All right. And over time, it kind of happens a little bit naturally. But that ancestry you have, those life experiences you have, make who you are and who your family is. Period. Okay? You know, I don't care if you grew up on the bayou in Louisiana, on the mean streets of Gary, Indiana, in the mountains of Wyoming, or, hauling lobsters out of the ocean up in Maine, okay? That's your family history. That's what made you. And because of them, you're here now to continue doing what they did generations ago. Now, you get into some of this, pride. I want you to be a proud Italian. I want you to be a proud African, whatever would be, okay? Even with all this crap with reparations going on, the fact that, oh my God, you're a descendant of slaves, you should be very proud of that, not any sort of, I'm owed something. If you're a descendant of slaves, you come from a strong family that survived slavery, okay? Either mentally or physically, your family made it through. Because if they didn't make it through, and y'all know there were plenty of slaves that died, okay, or killed, your ancestors made it. Because if they didn't, you wouldn't be here. It's the same for Jews, the Holocaust. Yes, it really happened. I hate to tell all those deniers. Your family survived. That's why you're here, okay? And that took sheer will, strength, and guts to survive it. Talk about a hell on earth. There you go. There's nothing wrong with celebrating our individuality. That's called freedom. It's when people try to take advantage of it or when people try to kill it. That's the problem. Nothing frustrates me more than to see somebody flying a, Nigerian flag out in front of their house and not the Stars and Stripes, okay? You want to fly a Nigerian flag, go move to Nigeria, okay? I have no problem with you flying it in conjunction with the Stars and Stripes, below the Stars and Stripes on a flagpole, okay? Your ultimate loyalty is to the United States. If you don't want to commit to that, GTFO. Simple as that. Right? But don't lose what made you. And unfortunately, we're seeing a lot of this with the younger generations. And it probably happened with every younger generation. Well, I know it did, okay? And I just look at my history, for example. I remember some of the foods that my grandparents ate for the holidays. We talked a little bit about this on the live stream last night. Originally for Christmas, carp was the main meal. Well, over time, people realized, hey, we don't like the taste of carp. There's better fish to eat, and it evolved, okay? It still stayed as fish, but it evolved. There's other people who completely have given up. I can't eat any of that or whatever. I'm going to change the traditions, of the family. You can't change traditions. Traditions are traditions. The definition of it means going back, over generations. Starting a new tradition, you can do that, okay? You're starting a new thing. Whether or not it becomes a tradition, that'll be known in a few generations, okay? But, starting a new tradition is always, an exercise in self-righteousness. But this is the thing, guys. Don't forget about who you are, where you came from, and honor that. Because there's too many people, Klaus Schwab, I'm talking to you, who want to destroy everybody's individuality and make us all little robots. No, sorry. As long as you're walking, as long as you're breathing, as long as you're thinking, respect your ancestors. Remember where they came from and the fight they put up for. They've passed the torch on to you. It's now your turn to do the same. Pinball out.